Hey, what's going on, guys? So I finally got my hands on Monarch, and I have to say, man, I missed out yesterday. I missed out when I was on shift. This has been so much fun since I've been trying out this new Titan. I've been having a blast with it, and I think it's hysterical of how many people are actually playing Monarch this week. It's going to start ever since yesterday, and it's going to be running, I imagine, for about 2 or 3 weeks. I imagine people are just going to be playing nonstop Monarch, but I've had a blast. I've been loving it. I mean, as soon as I got off work, I went straight into a stream and started playing as her, and I have to say it. She's fun. She's fun. I love playing this, ability where I can support my teammates and help people out when they need it most. If you need a shield, bam, I'm gonna help you out, and I love being able to do that. Any type of game mode, whether it be Overwatch, Rainbow Six, and now Titanfall 2, where I can help out my teammates in other ways besides trying to go after people and kill them. In a supportive role, I love being able to do that. And finally, Titanfall 2 has gotten it. This is awesome. Our first new Titan to the Titanfall 2 game. So this is pretty cool. There's a couple things I wanted to talk about really in this video. I know a lot of different things have come up to this update, with different gun changes, different changes to different Titans. Especially Ion, poor guy. I feel sorry for him. He got some gold camo, but he got nerfed pretty good. With different call signs and banners and stuff like that got updated to the game. I'll love to do that in a later video, but this video I just want to kind of talk about my first interaction with Monarch and how much fun I had, and kind of the things I loved the most from using them, and I think the ways I'm going to be playing them kind of later on in the future. But I have to do one thing. I definitely big shout out to Dino. I was watching his video when this morning when I was about to get off shift. Most of the time early in the morning, I try to catch up on everybody's videos that they post on YouTube the night before. So thank you so much, Dino. The video helped me out a lot, especially you and Iniquity. Your guys' videos were awesome this morning. Watching them and getting prepared for this day when I would get to play Monarch. So thank you guys so much. It was awesome to finally know exactly what I'm gonna use when I get into the game. But the first thing I want to talk about is the kits. So the kits, I have to say, are pretty cool. You have different things between being able to boost your shield when you're trying to steal people's shields, all the way to adding a damn near a new execution on a kit with being able to execute somebody and steal their battery. I think that's a really cool way to add an execution, and you have to select a kit in order to get it. And for me, I feel like that's really cool. I wish more of the Titans later on in the future would get something like that, where you can add a kit, but it actually adds like a special execution, a hidden execution. So I think that's really cool. The animation's badass. Being able to jump from one Titan to the next, steal the battery, and you get that battery. I think that's really badass. And you get in these moments where you're fighting these Titans, and that battery that you get is going to save your life. And there's been many circumstances where I've been playing, especially in the stream that I did this morning, where that execution saved my life, and it's just been a blast. So that's awesome. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the upgrade core. I have to say, I did not know what to expect, I guess, with this upgrade core, because I definitely thought that stuff like this was going to be something that was going to be in Frontier defense. You play Frontier defense, the more and the longer you play in it, the better equipment and stuff like that and abilities you get later on in the game. The fact that they've added this into a Titan, into the multiplayer, I have to say, has been a cool thing. You are actually now incentivized for trying to stay alive as long as possible. And the fact that you add that with the cool abilities that you get later on between upgrade 1 to upgrade 3, and the possibilities of being able to trying to support your teammates with the different abilities, being able to give them shields, make the area larger, where you're dropping that shield at, to hopefully get more people involved in the upgrade. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, especially in this game, this was my first gameplay of playing Monarch, and being able to help my team out by giving everybody shields was just one thing I was like, man, this is awesome. This is one thing I would love to do. I'm not so much the person that wants to try to jump in there and get as much damage as I possibly can. I would much rather be able to support my teammates, help them get in there, help them have all the fun, and just be that kind of person to harass people from far away and help people on my team get the shield. So it's cool that we have this ability. When it comes to the different loadouts, with upgrade 3. I love that superior chastity, being able to get a little bit more health and stick around in the fight a little bit longer. I think that's really cool. But I also love the chain gun. The chain gun coming back to this game has been a lot of fun. I mean, it was one thing. I loved it that they had it in the single player, but they didn't have the multiplayer. But now that they brought it back, I mean, it was one of my favorite Titan guns in Titanfall 1. So this is awesome that they finally brought it back into the game. And it sounds awesome. It deals damage. Really cool to not only Titans, but the pilots as well. It's actually a lot of fun to actually shoot at pilots with this thing. It's just awesome. It's awesome to have it back. So that's great. When it comes to the other abilities, like with either arc rounds, and the missiles and whatnot, I just think it's really cool. The fact that I think it's cool because you can choose what you want to do. You want to be a support person. You want to be that person that kind of hunkers down, helps out your teammates, kind of sits in the back and kind of maneuvers around the battlefield of who needs what. I think that's really cool. You want to be that person that is a damage dealer, and you get in the fight and you harass the enemy team. I think that's really cool too. I think it's awesome that they gave us a choice between what we want to play. So I think later on in the future, I think that should be added to more Titans. Don't let this be the only Titan, or maybe even add it to Titans that are already existing. I think it'd be really cool to incentivize people to stay in their Titans for a lot longer, try to see how long they can last. And it was just, to me, I couldn't ask for anything more. I guess more or less with this update, from the last update, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff added, but with the new Titan, the new map Relic that was just added to it, I thought it was funny. I got so excited playing Monarch and getting into it and loving this Titan and having a lot of fun. I completely forgot as soon as I got onto a Relic map in attrition, I was like, oh my god, I completely, Relic just kind of flew by me, and I hadn't even thought about Relic being in the game just because I had so much fun with Monarch. And the fact I haven't even gotten on Crash Side yet through my entire stream that I did this morning, and hopefully I get it tonight, not playing on Crash Side and trying it out. I know people have different opinions on the updates. Some people are still saying it's kind of bad. But I would definitely love to see for myself and see what changes have been made. And it's just kind of funny that I haven't even got it yet and was one of the changes that were made to the game. So when it comes to Monarch, yeah, definitely a blast. Loved it, and I'm going to continue to play Monarch until, I find something new. I might go back to Legion. I'm sorry, Legion. I kind of left you behind, man. I saw the chain gun. I'm like, squirrel, I'm over here. But so anyway, I definitely want to talk about a lot of the other stuff. With the Volt, love the Volt, loving that it got the buff that it needed. So I'd love to talk about that. I know a lot of people are going after this cloak ability execution. Me, not so much. I don't know. To me, as being one of the people on YouTube that plays cloak pretty constantly and pretty regularly, I don't know if I'm going to be chasing after the cloaked execution. If I get it, I get it. But it's not like the hook, the grapple hook execution. It's not like Pulse Blade. It's not like wow, I'm having a brain fart right now. The last hit, there we go. Yeah, the last hit execution. All those executions are really cool looking, and definitely had an oomph to it. I just to me it still doesn't feel like the cloak has an oomph to it when it comes to the execution. So I don't know if I'm going to be chasing down this execution, which is kind of sad. I loved all the executions. I had a blast with all the executions. So it sucks that I'm just like, not really motivated, I guess, to go after it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of use this video as, just talking about the Monarch, having a lot of fun with it. And I would love to get your guys' opinion on it. I definitely have seen a lot of people use Monarchs. Most of the time in the Titan Brawls, I see a lot of Monarchs, and not a whole lot of anything else. I know Legion's actually a pretty good counter to Monarch, so I know I'm going to see a lot more Legions around the battlefield. But I would love to get your guys' opinion on Monarch. What do you guys think of it? Only being out for a day. What do you guys think? And I can't wait to play her tonight during the stream. So love to get your guys' opinion. But guys, I hope you guys loved the video. It's a lot of fun to play this new update. It sucked that I wasn't able to play it the day it came out because I was still at the fire station. But I'm happy to finally jump into this thing and have a lot of fun. So hope you guys liked this video. If you did, drop me a like. Hope you guys have a lot more fun with this Monarch update. I know I am. I'm going to be playing it a lot during the Twitch stream tonight, so I hope you guys are able to come out and join me with it and have fun with me. Have a great rest of the day, guys. Have a great rest of the week into the weekend. And I will see you guys next time.